My college experience started out a little bit different than everybody else's. Drugs, alcohol quickly swept into my life, and right away at the beginning of college, I tried a little drug called LSD, and the day that I took it, everything was going so well, and I was tripping, I was fine, but then towards the end of the night, man, things just went dark, and I started going crazy. I started seeing things that I shouldn't be seeing, and I thought I went to bed. The next thing I know, I'm 20 miles down the road. I don't know how fast I was going, swerving through semis, and all of a sudden I go through a construction zone, and I remember just praying so loud. I have a close relationship with my mom, and I remember realizing later on that I was just trying to go home because she was the only person that I could really talk to. Everything's just hit me so hard, and so I just go right off the road. And I don't know if I'm trying to end my life or if I'm just trying to end driving, just trying to wake up. And I remember drove off the road, and I swear the bridge met the ground. My car went up top of there, and later on I found out I was 5 feet from decapitating myself. That was the biggest wake-up call. And I remember getting out of my car and wrestling around in the grass and over the ground, and then I ran through a hotel, and it was just a giant maze to me. I'm just going crazy, and later on I leave the hotel, and there's an officer there, and so I hand myself in, and we go to the sheriff's office, and we do all the tests and everything, and then finally, as I'm chained to the desk, I come out of the realization that I was even tripping. And I just remember sitting there and just being like, I just want to wake up. I just want to wake up. I just want to wake up. And that was so hard to realize that it wasn't a dream. As I got to the jail, I remember just calling my mom, just crying out to her and just being like, Mom, I screwed up. I'm not the perfect child that you thought I was. And I remember that was so tough. The next day I got home, and my Bible, as it was open in the bed, and I don't remember how it got there or what happened, but I remember just reading it and being like, I love the Lord, for he heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy. Because he turned his ear to me, I will call on him as long as I live. The cords of death entangled me. The anguish of the grave came over me. I was overcome by distress and sorrow. Then I called on the name of the Lord. Lord, save me. And as I read on and on, I realized that God saved me, and that this was all part of his plan. But as college went on, I went back to my old ways, and I kept getting back into drugs and partying and drinking, and just, I prayed every night, but it didn't matter. And it wasn't until my senior year at college that God just really started changing my life, and I had to give up so much. And I started seeing signs and wonders and visions and dreams. And as I was giving everything up, I remember driving down the road one day and just crying out to God and being like, God, why have you chosen me? Why have you chosen me? Like, why is this happening? And then all of a sudden a vision just came into my head, and I just saw that I was supposed to start this ministry. And I saw Reborn, and I just saw my whole life flash before my eyes. And I remember seeing the light at the end of it. And I knew it was something that I had to do. And then reading Psalm 116 again, I realized in this verse that it talks about just that you become a servant to God. And so now I'm forever his, and wherever he leads me, I will go.